You are watching CIO TV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Sure. So some of our biggest users of the collaboration platform in India is companies like HCL, companies like Tech Mahindra, ICICI comes to mind. Reliance Jio uses our digital engagement platform.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to CIO.live, a production of Accent Infomedia. Today, my guest is Mr. Rahul Sharma, Managing Director, India and SAARC for LogMeIn, which is a leading global collaboration company. Rahul is responsible for entire operation of LogMeIn in India and SAARC region and go-to-market activist in the region as well. He is a seasoned general manager and tech entrepreneur. Rahul has extensive experience in building and scaling cloud and IT services business from ground up. Prior to LogMeIn, Rahul held leadership roles in various companies, including LinkedIn, Wipro, and HCL. He holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Delhi University and a master's degree in economics from Aligarh Muslim University. Welcome, Rahul, to CIOTV.live.
Thank you, Sanjay, and thanks for having me.
Rahul, straight away, COVID-19 has changed the way the IT business has happened globally. India is not an exception. What is the overall perspective of yours?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a shame that a pandemic took the center stage for organizations to realize the importance of working from anywhere. And LogMeIn, ever since our inceptions, we are a work from home company, work from anywhere company. Since our founding in 2003, our mission has always been to unlock the potential of the modern workforce, which means what that means to us is we help people and businesses to do their best work, simply and securely from any device or any location that they are. So for us, it's an unprecedented time. We are seeing now what was flexi working adopted very sporadically in various industries has now become front and center. Every organization today, as you're aware, Sanjay, is thinking about ways and means in which their business continuity can continue to happen without having tethered to physical office locations. And that's sort of becoming the new normal. I think in this time, the experimentation of work from home will become now center stage of working from anywhere. All businesses today are thinking about that.
Collaboration and work from home have been center stage. There has been a huge surge in the demand of collaboration solutions and solutions around work from home. And there have been outage of bandwidth also and challenges of security. What do you say about that?
No, I agree with you. I think one of the things that keeps us awake at night is basically to meet up with the ever increasing demands of our technology. I mean, we've never seen the amount of signups for our technology coming up as much as we've seen ever since March, the lockdown happening in India and globally. Our CIO operations today are working on fumes to make sure that all of our infrastructure is scaling up rapidly to meet this demand. Just some interesting data point that you would like to know. Our biggest peak, which happened on our audio minutes, which is using our conferencing technology, was in March 2017, in which we used about 1.2 billion audio minutes in a month. Fast forward to March in 2020, that same usage went up to about 6.1 billion audio minutes in just 1 month. So that's the amount of surge that we've seen in the traffic and the signups of people using our technology. And in the last 6 months or so, we've seen our user base jump up from what was earlier to about 30 million active users across all of our technology, and over 2 million customers worldwide. So it's been a challenge that we have had to work through, and all of our organization is now focused on trying to figure out ways in which we can make our technology available to each of our users across the globe.
Rahul, LogMeIn has been one of the leading collaboration company. What is your positioning in India amid there is a huge call from Make in India products and solutions?
Yeah, I think that's a very good initiative that the government is starting off from in terms of being self-reliant. I think technology is agnostic to countries or to various demographics. So I mean, we've seen ever since the last 17 years that we've been operating that we are very global in nature, but we're also very local in nature. That means our investments in markets like India are paramount important to us. We don't just do the front-ending go-to-market side of our business. We have a lot of teams which are deployed on doing research, on doing product development, on doing customer support for our customers globally. And India for us is an important market site that we operate in. I think while the Make in India initiative is very, very welcome, and that's something that we should be thinking about from a country standpoint, it's also technologies that are built around everywhere in the globe, which can come to the use of businesses in India. And LogMeIn is one such technology. One of the businesses.
You have got a huge portfolio of collaboration products, including Rescue, GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar. The GoToWebinar and GoToMeetings are very popular among the customers and prospective customers, also the channel partners.
Yes.
So what are your views on these products, and what are the advantages of these products over the competition?
Okay, that's a great question, Sanjay. So let me just, for the benefit of the viewers who are watching this, let me just give you a brief overview of what LogMeIn's technology is all about. So there are 4 areas that we're investing in innovating for our customers and our users. Okay? These 4 areas, of course, is unified collaboration and communication. The platform that we're using today to conduct this meeting, and GoToWebinar and GoToMeeting are an integral part of that technology suite that we offer. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. What we also do, the second area where we focus on is digital engagement, which in today's time where businesses are now going remote and working from various different locations, it's becoming very important for businesses to think about how do they engage their customers on a digital journey by way of smart tools like chatbots or AI-powered chatbots, which help them drive that engagement journey going forward. The third part of our portfolio is basically remote support. With employees working from home these days, organizations are challenged with providing support to their employees on their IT equipment. So in earlier times, you could walk up to an IT help desk and get the support that you needed. But in today's environment, all of that has to be done remotely and has to be done virtually. So our support portfolio of products helps organizations to provide remote support to their employees as well as their customers. And last but not the least, security. One of the things which has become center stage for any CIO or a technology leader to think about, or even businesses to think about, is that in this environment where everybody's working remotely, how do I make sure that security remains of paramount importance to the entire organization? You've seen how phishing attacks, all of the phishing attack incidences have taken a big surge, and security is becoming paramount. So LogMeIn's product portfolio helps organizations to see how they can collaborate securely with their employees, how they make sure that security, from a password management standpoint, for multi-factor authentication, is easily deployed and scalable over the cloud. So these are our 4 product portfolios that we broadly operate in. Coming to your question around GoToWebinar and GoToTraining. So GoToMeeting is a purpose-built product which is for doing online meetings. So meetings with your stakeholders, which could be internal or external. And how do you do it from any device, from any locations that you are. So long as you're connected to internet, you could transform a physical meeting in the earlier environment into an online. GoToWebinar, on the other hand, is a product which is designed for your marketing teams. Use that as an asset to actually engage your customers, bring them into. So earlier businesses used to think about how they can do a virtual event, which in which they could book a venue, get people to come in and interact with them. You take that same experience of doing an external event, external physical event, and take that virtual, and that's what GoToWebinar simply put helps organizations do.
Okay, let us talk a little bit about the flexibility, scalability, security, and bandwidth management. These are the
Sure.
things I'm asking you from my experience of talking to the CIOs particularly, not from the partners. I have been connected. I've been talking to multiple CIOs, not only in India, but CIOs from Middle East and Africa, Asia Pacific, North America, and Europe.
Yeah, that's true. And if you think about it, coming out of the situation, we'll see a very high jump in the way full-time remote working operates. There will be
Yeah.
even post-normalization, there will be a lot of roles which will be expected to now work remotely and not just be coming to an office physically to work from there. And in today's environment, in that environment, security is paramount. So what at LogMeIn, that's of utmost important to us. In fact, not just do we have a portfolio of product which helps organizations do security from an online standpoint, we also ensure that each and every product of ours is very highest grade of security. So encryption, compliance to industry norms, which could be the likes of SOC compliance, the likes of GDPR, which ensures that each of our products is actually secure, not just at the hosting stage, but also at the endpoint stage. You would have seen, similar collaboration products which have been in the press recently on their vulnerabilities to security. I think that's one of the things that we've built from grounds up, is to have security as a major integral part of all of our product build. So that's on the security bit of it. As far as the bandwidth is concerned, I think there is a lot of work which is being done now on each of our products to work in low bandwidth scenarios. So I can give you one example, which is GoToMeeting. So if you are using GoToMeeting by a mobile phone, GoToMeeting app will instantly recognize that you are on a mobile phone. So you would be generally using your mobile bandwidth for joining that meeting. So what it turns on is something called as the commuter mode, which recognizes that you may be on low bandwidth. So it turns off all of the non-essential features of a GoToMeeting. Like, you may not have the ability to join video, because if you're on a mobile phone, the real estate on the mobile phone is very limited. You can either be watching a video or looking at somebody on the screen or reading the content which is available. So moment you turn on the commuter mode, the non-essential services of the GoToMeeting applications turn off itself, and it allows you to work on a lower bandwidth. Now, so that's one way that we are thinking about how we can tackle low bandwidth scenarios. We can't obviously work on creating bandwidth in the country, but what we can make sure is that our products are available for scenarios where you have challenges on bandwidth as well.
Rahul, you pointed out two things. One is SOC compliance and GDPR. Are you giving any NDA kind of thing that the data getting registered with you are residing in India, not going outside or hosted in the cloud's platform beyond the country's boundary?
Yeah, so all of our product, I can safely say, is a zero trust, zero knowledge product, which means that we have absolutely no critical data stored for any customer on any of our platforms. Even the cloud recordings that are there, which is available for any meeting or anything that we do on a remote session, are available for the customers or our users to use locally. So from that perspective, I can assure you that we have a zero knowledge architecture when it comes to creating any of our products from a security standpoint.
Your company is completely channel driven, although CIOs or the CISOs or end customers are your target audience, but then you drive the entire market through the channel. So what are you offering to the channel? How are you helping the channel partners enhancing their business, enhancing their bottom line?
Yeah, I think channel is a very, very integral part of our ecosystem. That's a priority which is stated, as far as our, the entire organization, right from the headquarters. we're a very channel-oriented organization. We want to make sure that the good work that the channel community does in every geography, every market, is something that we can partner with. We can take it forward to those relationships and take our technology through our channel partners into their customer base. We are sensitive about how channel operates in different geographies, so much so that we actually don't compete with some of our channel partners in some of the geographies that we operate in. And for example, the Middle East market for us is 100% channel. We have no direct presence in Middle East in terms of our sales team being there. Of course, we may have people who are there from the customer support standpoint or post-sales support standpoint, but we have no direct presence as far as sales is concerned in the Middle East market, and we operate 100% through channels in that market. Similarly, in India, there are large portions of Indian marketplace which we are focusing on only building out with the channel partner. In APAC, specifically in Australia and New Zealand, we have an offering called Go to Connect or Go to Rooms, which allows you the ability to have physical conference rooms converted into meeting rooms, virtual meeting rooms. That technology we sell in the Australia and New Zealand market 100% through the channels. So we are a channel-oriented company. We ensure that our channel partners grow with LogMeIn. In some cases, we find the best way to work together, but it's always our intent to work closely with the channel communities across the markets that we operate.
What is your goal of ramping up operation in the SAARC region, and where do you want to see the growth coming from?
Well, for now, I think we're very focused on India as a market because it's one of the fastest growing markets for us, not only from a market standpoint, but also as a site. It's a very important site for us. We do a lot of, like I told you, product and engineering work out here. We do a lot of customer support work from the Indian geography. So that's where our focus is going to be. We have operations in other parts of the region, which is channel-led. So we rely very heavily on our channel partners to lead us in those markets to provide our technology to the customers that they have. And for now, we are going to be focused or planning to have the operations run like that. As far as India is concerned, it's a very exciting time for us here in India. I think last year we did a momentous shift of our couple of our key technology bases, moving them over from other locations in the world into India. So, to your earlier question around security, we have a security operations command center, which is headquartered in India. So we run all of our security for all of our products from our center in India. We also house one of the two network operations center in India, which is in Bangalore. So one is in Bangalore, the other was in Santa Barbara in California, and that's how our operation. So that tells you how our commitment to the market is and why we are so focused and bullish about India as a region.
From the marketing point of view, are you seeing? Can I ask you the question of your growth in dollar spend in India for creating buzz in the market, or taking different routes to reach out to the customers and the channel partners? You may not answer me in terms of the numbers, but from the activities point of view, if you can say something, will be really nice for the audience.
Absolutely. We started off in India 7 years back. And when we came to India, we came with our global customers who had presence in India. So some of our big customers like Microsoft, Dell, they have large presence in India, and they had large operations in India. And we actually came into India supporting those customers. And in the second phase of our journey, we actually started working with a lot of technology companies in India. Some of them are large system integrators, the likes of Cognizant, Accenture, Wipro, TCS, Infosys, likes of those, who have their technology centers based out of India, but they have customers which are available, globally, and they have a very vast footprint of. And we started partnering and going to market with many of these such organizations that I spoke about, and took our technology to their customers. So that was the second phase of our journey in India. And in third phase of journey, we actually started interacting or having customers, Indian organizations as customers, which really started off about 3 years back. And in those 3 years, we've seen tremendous amount of increase in the number of customers that we have in India now. And the fourth phase of our journey, which started off recently, as recent as 2 years back, is when we started unlocking the power of the channel ecosystem. And we started signing up channel partners to ramp up our growth in India. And that's been the four milestones of our growth journey so far. Like I said, India is one of those unique geographies which also exists standalone as a region and not a part of a APAC or any other configuration that you may find. It's a unique market for us. It's a very unique site for us, and we're fully committed to this region technology.
Why LogMeIn would be a preferred partner for the channel partners, one side, and for the customers, why the customers would prefer LogMeIn solutions than the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. I think and this is not something that we are making up. We're hearing this from the market, and that's why I'm trying to translate that. We asked our customers, why do you think you decided on LogMeIn's technology to help? Right? And some of them use methodologies which are very robust in terms of security clearances, in terms of their procurement process, in terms of their technology evaluation. And what we've heard being the number one reason is the ease of use of the product. And that's very heartening for us. I mean, we always thought when we embarked on this journey is that we want to create products which are easy for people to use. It shouldn't be that I give you a product to use, you spend millions of dollars bringing that product or technology inside your organization, and then you find that the adoption by the users is not very high. So how do you create products which are easy to use, right? And that applies to our channel partners also. It's not very difficult for our channel partners to actually demonstrate capability of our product to their customers. It's very easy to understand. It's very intuitive, and it's cutting edge from a technology standpoint. There have been times where channel partners have come back to us and said that, look, it took us one meeting to explain to the customer why they should buy this, and they invested. So that's the simple part of it. That's ease of use and simplicity of the product, right? The second parameter that we always hear from people from who invest in our technology is security. I mean, there is no compromise when it comes to security of the product or the platform anywhere. It's enterprise grade. It's compliant to. You take the most stringent regional measures which are available as far as security is concerned. It's compliant to those. And for us, the biggest advantage here in India is we have a security operations command center, which is located up here, right? Which, when we bring our customers into that SOC and we give them a view of this is how we run our security operations, they're very, very convinced when they look at the entire setup, helping them be relieved from at least a security standpoint. I think that's the second parameter. The third parameter obviously is affordability and scalability. You don't want to buy something which is, which is worth X dollars, but you end up spending 5 times more or 10 times more to adopt that, to use that, to maintain that in your. So affordability becomes a very key parameter. So if I was to look at the top 3 reasons which our customers tell that they deployed LogMeIn's technology, those were the top 3.
Can you take some of the names, those who are using LogMeIn, GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, or some other tool?
Sure. So some of our biggest users of the collaboration platform in India is companies like HCL, companies like Tech Mahindra, ICICI comes to mind. Reliance Jio uses our digital engagement platform. So these are some of the names that are there. And like I said, Sanjay, our customers start from 1 people, 2 people startup all the way to large enterprises, and we have all sorts of organizations in that space.
All right, thank you very much, Rahul, speaking to CIOTV.live. I really enjoyed speaking to you. Wish you all the best for your activities in India and in SAARC region.
Thank you, Sanjay. It was really a pleasure talking to you as well, and I'm looking forward to our team engaging.